It's TVB, and I'm here today to yeah, I'm filming this right after I made my top 9 best movies of 2016. Now here it is, the top 9 worst movies of 2016. These are the films, viewers, that I found unlikable, boring, uninteresting, annoying, cliche, stupid, over the top, wooden, distasteful, unoriginal, or just plain disappointing. So yeah, for every best list, there has to be a worst list. I'll be honest, I didn't see enough movies I flat out hated this year. Heck, this movie is based entirely off of my opinion and from what I've seen. We got, how many sequels did we get this year? So many sequels to films that I haven't seen. So yeah, I didn't bother seeing Independence Day Resurgence or X-Men Apocalypse or Zoolander 2. I didn't see Assassin's Creed either. Just there's a lot. I admit, there might have been some movies that I might have disliked more than you guys, or I may not have hated as much as you guys did. But here are just my choices for the 9 worst of 2016. Number 9, we have Morgan. What do I remember from this movie? Let me just think. I remember the really awkward Morgan, who, cool science experiment. I remember how bitchy Kate Mara was. I remember the few minutes that Paul Giamatti was in. I remember how uninteresting and wooden all the characters were. So yeah, Morgan. To be fair, this is Luke Scott's first attempt at directing, who's Ridley Scott's son. But this movie, it tries way too much to be it's a bland baby of Ex Machina and Alien. That's how I can describe Morgan right there. My number 8 choice, I didn't get a chance to review this movie, and you guys probably know that, but my number 8 choice is Girl on the Train. Girl on the Train, I saw this movie, and Emily Blunt kills it. She's hands down, her performance is hands down the best part about this movie, but aside from that, there's really not much that can be said about Girl on the Train. The other characters are bland, and there's, I don't know, I was bored. I almost fell asleep, which is concerning, because I saw this in the middle of the day. And I was drinking, something. And I feel the reason why I just had a lack of interest in Girl on the Train was that it tries way too much to be like Gone Girl, in my opinion. And Gone Girl is a fantastic film. So I was yeah, since before, no, don't bother with this movie. Number 7 is The Huntsman Winters War. Okay, this is the painfully unnecessary sequel, prequel, spin-off, whatever the heck this movie is, to the 2012 film The Huntsman with Kristen Stewart. Oh my, I'm sorry I brought her name up. Let's forget I said that. Yeah, I didn't see it, but there was nothing more interesting coming out this weekend, so I saw it. You don't need to see Huntsman, the first Huntsman, to understand what's going on in Huntsman Winters War, but even then, I didn't understand what's going on. Neither would those who have seen the first Huntsman film. This movie, again, is unnecessary. Chris Hemsworth's cool and all, but all the characters, it's over the top. The action scenes are way too shaky, and just the story doesn't make sense. It's just, it could have been worse. I was just very bothered by a lot of things. Number 6. Okay, you guys remember in 2013 we had that really stupid young adult novel called The Host? Well, Twilight, let me sum up The Host a little, very briefly. Twilight raped Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and they had a baby. Now apparently Twilight is keeping poor Invasion of the Body Snatchers chained up in some basement, because they had a second baby called The Fifth Wave. This movie... Chloe Grace Moretz, I like her. She's a fine actress. I see her being in more young adult films because I feel that's just a good role for her. But, this movie, what is there to be said about it? It is just your typical young adult romance dystopian BS fest. I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to review this movie because, I saw it on a plane flying back from Florida back in July. So I was okay, I got 2.5 hours. Let's see what movies are offering. Oh, The Fifth Wave. I heard it's garbage. I got 2.5 hours to kill. Pop it in, watch it, and I totally regret it. Number 5. Oh boy, this, my friends, my number 5 choice is The Darkness. How do you take somebody like Kevin Bacon and make him as interesting as a piece of bacon? The Darkness, I wanted, like, I was, how do I put this? The Darkness, it really disappointed me because, like, this was, overall I would say 2016 has been, like, a decent year for horror movies, but that does not excuse The Darkness from being, like, the rut in this, like, in this litter of horror movies we got this year. Like, this movie, like, I saw the potential this movie had. Like, The Darkness is on a horror level, like, this ghost that's haunting this family is like a demon from Native American myths. Like, you could have used that element to make, like, a criticism towards, like, our treatment towards the Native American community. Like, horror movies just need to be more than just, like, jump scare fests. And, like, not only did this film have potential on a horror level, it also had potential on a dramatic level, too. Like, you have Kevin Bacon, who plays a father who's struggling with his job, and his wife is an alcoholic, and his daughter is bulimic, and his son is autistic. Like, you had the potential to make, like, some interesting character elements, too. But, nope! You decided to be yet another cliche, stupid horror fest with, like, the jumps, like, there's nothing is scary in this movie. There's just a jump scare, like, every 5 minutes. Well, I mean, yeah, there's so many jump scares, but they're not, like, effective, memorable jump scares. They're just a sort of jump scares. That's basically a Darkness. Like, if you get, like, no one's gonna remember this movie. Heck, I almost forgot about it. Alright, put this movie in the junkyard where it belongs. Max Steel is my number 4 choice. Did any of you see Max Steel? Good. I'm happy for you. Unfortunately, I did. This movie, I don't think it has a consensus on Rotten Tomatoes. It does. Let me check right now. Yep, still no consensus on Rotten Tomatoes, and for good reason. Oh my gosh, this movie, like, it was so stupid. Like, nothing. Like, it was just uninteresting and bland. I guess you could count this as a superhero film. Like, this is, again, very divisive for superhero movies. But I think for those of you who have seen Max Steel, we can all agree that this movie just belongs in a junkyard. Like, guys, this movie is so, it's stupid, it's very uninteresting, and it's just, like, a lot of stuff happens that does not make any sense. I mean, Mattel, I know, I understand, making a movie based off a toy line that you created, but Hollywood, please, think before you make a movie based off toys. Alright, now we're going to some garbage territory. My number 3 choice is Ice Age Collision Course. We had a lot of animated movies this year, and I can say 2016 overall was a solid year for animation, but then you have films like this, you're like, yeah, maybe I should take that back. Ice Age Collision Course, Fox, please, this franchise, it needs to go extinct. Like, this movie, like, what was the plot? It was just Manny and Sid and Diego and their family, like, trying to stop an asteroid from slamming into the Earth. And along the way, you had to deal with all these subplots, all these, like, really stupid subplots. And this, like, I'm sorry, I'm done talking about this movie. Like, there's not much to be said about it. If they make an Ice Age 6, oh my lord, just Fox, please stop it. Blue Sky Studios, just make another Peanuts movie for all I care. No more Ice Age. I don't even want to talk about this movie anymore. Just watch my review / rant on it. My number 2 choice is Gods of Egypt. I didn't review this movie because, I mean, it came out in February. I was interested in seeing Gods of Egypt because, I really like Greek mythology. But, like, I'm just a big sucker for myths and legends and stuff like that. But, like, 999 came out the same weekend, and I was just more interested in seeing that. So I decided to wait for this movie to come out on demand. And guys, oh my rah! Like, what was this movie? I can't even talk about this movie's plot. Because, I mean, this is just an annoying, boring, cliche, stupid, poorly executed, poorly acted, CGI overload, Assassin's Creed and Lion King ripoff. Like, that's what this movie is. It is a big middle finger to Egypt and its mythology. Just like, if you're Egyptian, if you're watching this right now, I'm very sorry that our country keeps having to butcher your culture through the art of cinema. Just, oh my god, the fact that this movie has a mostly white cast is just the icing on a cake. Heck, they even got an Asian actress who plays the Egyptian goddess of love, and she was really hot in the movie, but that's what I mostly remember from this. I just, like, oh my god, Egypt, it's an African country, kids. You gotta cast black actors in a movie that takes place in Africa. Like, this, why am I even going with this? Why am I even, I'm happy I I should have just missed this movie totally. Even then, my nerdy ass decided to see it. Just, I love myths. But yeah, Gods of Egypt. I should have reviewed this movie and got another 1,000 views on it, but whatever. Oh boy! I'm pretty sure, like, before I reveal my number one choices for worst movie of 2016, I mean, I have to thank you guys for something. When I reviewed this movie, I reviewed it. I didn't promote it on Facebook or Twitter or anything. And I uploaded it late on a Friday night. I really was unsure how this movie turned out. It's now my third most, it's my third most viewed video I've ever put on YouTube. It hit like over 1,000 views in like maybe in a week. It's one of the most liked videos on YouTube. Actually, I think it's my second most liked video on YouTube. And it's also one of my most commented on videos on YouTube. Just, really, I was not expecting this video to be my review to be such a success as it was for this trash fest. And thank you guys so much for that. That does not excuse that my worst pick for worst movie of 2016 is Norm of the Garbage. I know I gave Ice Age Collision Course a lower rating than I gave Norm of the North, but guys, the more I thought about Norm of the North, the more that rating dropped. Where do I even start this movie? The plot makes no sense. The animation is disgusting. The characters are dreadfully annoying. This film is bombarded with cliches. It tries making this message about the environment and how the Arctic and just on development, but it has no idea what it's talking about. Like, guys, the villain in this movie, the fucking villain in this movie, he wants to build houses in the Arctic. Nobody lives in the Arctic except for the Inuits and those Eskimo tribes. Guys, the Arctic is melting at a very rapid rate. Heck, if we found out the reason why the Arctic is melting is because of all the DVD copies that are getting thrown to the incinerators, that's creating a lot of gas and pollution in the air, and then raising the climate change because we're burning DVD copies of this, if that's what's making the Arctic melt, I would not be surprised. This movie, Rob Schneider as Norman North, his performance isn't entirely bad, just saying, but all the other characters they're pointless. This movie is just pointless. Again, the plot makes, I don't even want to talk about this plot because it's horrendous. Oh, here's a burp for you. Yeah, this movie deserves a burp. That's how bad it is. The scariest thing about this movie is that it was actually a box office success. And it's getting 2 sequels. Those 2 sequels, they better be direct-to-video, or I'm moving to Antarctica. Alright, well, there you guys have my top 9 worst movie of 2016. Thank you guys. If you haven't seen my top 10 best movie of 2016, you can probably find it in my channel, and whatnot. And yeah, thank you guys a lot. 2016 was probably my third full year making YouTube videos. Probably my best out of the full 3 years I've been making YouTube videos. And yeah, I'm going to continue reviewing movies in 2017. And I leave for college in August. So yeah, it's not going to be easy for me to continue making videos after that, but I'm still going to do my best. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't thank you enough. All my links are in the description. And yeah, have a fantastic day and a happy new year.